Hello, family. So, we're going to dive in today to a little bit about this week, and I'm going to cover again the best days for the Mayan energies for collaboration. I'm going to go through the best day for mental work, sales calls, inner work and healing, reflection or meditation, and date night. Those are the ones that I highlighted for this week. So, we are finishing up in the beginning. If you're watching this on Sunday, then we're kind of finishing up this Trecena of Kej, which was all about the wilderness. It was about kind of our inner vitality and our sense of leadership. It's a very masculine energy, very, very strong, potent energy. So we're finishing up kind of the entail of that Trecena, and that will be ending on, let me double check, I believe Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we're going to begin a new Trecena, a new 13-day period of Ajpu. And Ajpu is a beautiful energy. It is all about the divinity that we find in things. It's really about seeing the divine in this human physical realm. It has a lot to do with art and beauty. To me, Ajpu days always tend to feel very reverent, or like everything feels like it has this sacred essence to it. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how this plays out for us. I'm praying that kind of coming out of the Scorpio season as well, that it really brings in this new era of just kind of coming back into more wholeness within ourselves. Of course, we're always whole, but that feeling of, we went into these shadows, we went into these difficult maybe emotions and spaces within ourselves, and coming out of that and being able to really expand and feel the divinity within ourselves in those spaces. So, we're going to start here with the best day for collaboration. So I wrote down that this would be Saturday for Akabal. And the reason that I say this is Akabal energy is all about new conception, new ideas, the dawning of something new. So a great day to really brainstorm, and along with that energy of 4, it's going to be very stable. So a great day to meet with people and brainstorm. It also is the day ruled by Saturn. For me, Saturdays actually end up being some of my most productive days. I just feel like the energy of Saturn is really strong that day. So a lot of when we put energy that aligns with that Saturnian energy of discipline and devotion and responsibility, when we align with that, it seems to just help our process a little bit more. For mental work, for anything that you're going to be needing your mind a lot, I'm actually recording it today, so it would be 11 Noh. Let me just touch on this, if there is another day for good mental work. I would also say that tomorrow, Monday, 12 Tihash would also probably be a great day for mental work, especially if you're doing something that's going to touch on your life experience. Anything that carries the number 12 in the Mayan calendar has a lot to do with being able to really get this bigger perspective, or this bird's eye view of all of the things in our life that have led us to the moment that we're in. I love the energy of 12. It's really, it's like being able to see all of the breadcrumbs and all of the understanding of why it is that you did all of those maybe seemingly random things along the way that suddenly make sense. So that could also be a good day for some mental work. It's also a great day for discernment, because Tihash is about discernment and cutting through illusion. So anyways, sales calls. I put down the best day also Monday, 12 Tihash. Again, because it has that element of being able to really reference our past and all the things we've been through. And I find that if we're talking about sales, what we're really talking about is allowing somebody to feel seen, because when somebody feels seen, they generally will have more of a tendency to want to be engaged with our content or our offerings or work with us. It's really not so much about the offering itself as it is about you holding a space where somebody is able to feel seen and heard. So that would be a great day for that, especially with the Tihash energy, which is very healing, discerning, cutting away. You might have a great time on Monday for being able to really cut through the issues or the problems that somebody else may be having, and showing them from kind of this holistic view the solution that you can provide them. All right, so we have the best day for inner work or healing. If you want to plan a day where you want to go into maybe some of these shadows as we're finishing up Scorpio season, you're doing some subconscious work, or just really wanting to tap into your inner child. The best days for this, again, Monday, 12 Tihash, cutting away illusion, cutting away. It's a great healing day, but it is a more masculine energy. So I would couple this with the next day, which will be 13 Kawak. This would be a really fantastic day for healing, especially healing that involves calling on ancestors, guides. The veil is going to be very thin on 13 Kawak, which will be Tuesday. 13 days always have a very thin veil. Feels easier to tune in to other realms. So it might be easier to kind of access different timelines of your life as well, or to access guidance in that space. And then Kwak is all about rebirth. It's like the midwife in the Mayan calendar. So it's really this energy of washing away, and it's the more feminine element of healing. So Monday, 12 Tihash, will be more of the masculine cutting away from our past. 13 Kawak is going to be more like tuning into spirit, tuning into these other realms, into your higher self, and being able to really like rinse and wash away so that you are able to see what you've brought to life. And that has a little bit more of that water element to it. Instead of the Tihash is more like slicing away. It can be a little bit aggressive or intense. Kawak is more of like the storm or the water that comes with that. So days for inner reflection or just deep meditation, I'm really going to highlight Friday 3 Ik for this, and this is beautiful because this is also the day after Thanksgiving. We may not agree necessarily with the ways that Thanksgiving is portrayed in our culture. However, I know a lot of people in our community still celebrate this as a day of gratitude. There's still a lot of feasting and a lot of abundance. And after a day like that, sometimes we can feel a little bit tired from not only the food and maybe overindulgence, which there's nothing wrong with, but also we can maybe feel a little bit intense if we're spending a lot of time with family that we're not used to spending time with. So the day after that, Black Friday, is 3 Ik, which is a perfect day to really go within, to be at home, to be with yourself. The energy of 3 is really about the internal world. It can often point to having a little bit more obstruction in the external. So this would be a great day to just spend it with yourself, give yourself that permission slip to rest, to rejuvenate, to kind of cleanse and allow the energy that you felt from that day of Thanksgiving to kind of just settle and just be with yourself. So great day for that. And Ik is also all about communication. So coupled with 3, this is really pointing us towards internal communication. So this would be a great day because we're in this new Trecena of Ajpu. This would be a really great day to kind of like have a conversation with the different parts of yourself. Maybe meet with your inner child, your divine feminine, your divine masculine, all of these different archetypes that you hold. Get to know them. Ask them how they're feeling. What are they maybe desiring from you? Do they need to have a voice? But this would be a great day to give communication to your inner world, whatever that means for you. Could also be a really great day for breath work. Ik days are also really good. They talk about the wind and the breath of life. And if you're at home just doing some like juicy inner contemplation or reflection, meditation, be a great day to also tie in some breath work. All right, and lastly, I have for date night, my 2 picks for this week will be Wednesday, 1 Ajpu, and Thursday, 2 Emosh, which is Thanksgiving. So you'll probably many people may already have plans for Thanksgiving, but I highlighted that as well just in case you feel like going on a date if you don't have a family or friend thing going on. But I said Wednesday, 1 Ajpu, because of that element of divinity, like I mentioned. That's the day that this new Trecena begins, 13 days of this theme of Ajpu. So really experiencing and feeling the divinity in everything. And this could also be a really great day for a first date because it does carry the number 1, which is all about seeds and like the very beginning of something. So it's not a very potent high energy yet. It's still very, very new. So it's kind of just like the idea or that first initial spark. And with Ajpu, it could be like finding the divinity in something very new. So whatever that means for you, but if you do have a date night, it could be a really great day for that. And 2 Emosh on Thanksgiving, I'll touch on this energy because I do feel like we'll all be feeling it. So Emosh, one of my favorite energies. It's really the primordial waters. It's like the dream space that birthed all that we see in form. So these days for me are really juicy because we have an easier time tapping into that collective unconscious and really feeling other people. So this is a really beautiful energy to be coupled with Thanksgiving because we may be hanging out with a lot of people we don't normally hang out with, and we may have an easier time feeling what they're feeling, experiencing what they're sharing on a deeper level, really being able to bring compassion and empathy to those conversations. So I will leave it there for you guys. Have a beautiful, beautiful week, and I'll see you in the next update.